what inspired you to get into the business?
So,
Was it you saw someone doing it and you said, okay, this is something I'm interested in, passionate in, or was it something you always wanted to do? Because like you said, you always said you always wanted to start a business.
of course. So I did always want to start a business.
Yep.
In fact, that's since I was very young. I always knew that because my dad was a businessman, and my dad started numerous businesses. So I just knew that this is what I'm going to do as well. Anyways, I was working in recruitment at the time, and my dad introduced me to one of his friends. Then, man, I've met so many of my dad's friends, but you just call them uncle and you call it a day. But this guy, like, there was just something about him. He's very humble. He's very came across very well. And I asked him, I was like, Uncle, what do you do, if you don't mind me asking? So he told me about the business, and as he was explaining it, I was like, oh, it's funny because this is kind of what I'm doing in recruitment, except it's a different industry. Because he's the director of the company. He's recruiting care workers and healthcare assistants to do the work of going into people's homes and XYZ. So I said, Uncle, I'm doing the same thing. Like, I'd love to come down to your office and see it in action. So I went down to his office in Slough, and I was just blown away. I loved the structure of the business. I love how, although they were recruiting in an industry that it felt good. It felt good. You're helping people and you're making money.